I thought the Epiphany was over, but it's still coming. And I think it's going to make a lot more sense now. Let me get this going here. All right. In the Bible, I've just done a video about this not too long ago, and I've mentioned it several times. Jesus is having an argument with the Sadducees and Pharisees and the scribes. And they're talking about who they're from. Jesus told them that if your father's not my father, your father was a devil, a murderer from the beginning, that you must be born from above. So we got the solar plexus here, and then we got the 2 chakras below, and the 3 chakras above. You have to be born from above. That's what this is called. Well, there are 3 aboves, and in 2 different phases. Everything above the line on the masculine, feminine. Heaven, earth. Fire, water. You have 2 fathers, 2 mothers. Now, I told you this Mars is in the masculine, Aries, and in the feminine, Scorpio. Jupiter in the masculine is Sagittarius, and in the feminine, Pisces. The heart chakra Venus is Libra masculine, Taurus feminine. Throat chakra Gemini masculine, Virgo feminine. Crown chakra Saturn, Aquarius masculine, Capricorn feminine. Now, just like you can take the sun, the moon, pads, and pillars and put your natal chart planets where they're at on here, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Say you have Mars in Libra, then you would put your symbol of Mars up here. Do you understand? Say you had the sun in Pisces. Your sun symbol would go way down here at the bottom where Pisces goes. Well, you can do the same thing here. This is Mars's chakra, but where's your Mars? Here's the constellations. The masculine, the feminine, the above world, the below world, the 3 pillars, the 3 paths, the 3 sticks, the 3 crosses. You can do the same thing here. I have, let me do it this way. Alright, let's just do it by chakra, which is Saturn, Mercury, Venus, the sun and the moon, which are really eclipsed, right? You get the eclipse where you have them both. And then Jupiter and Mars. I have the sun, Mars, and Saturn all in Capricorn, right over here on this side. They're all in the feminines. The sun, Saturn, and Mars. All right here. I have Venus and the moon right here. So I have 5 stars in my crown chakra. And I have Mercury in Sagittarius. So my Mercury, right here, is in Sagittarius, which is feminine, it's masculine fire, which is right here. My Mercury is way down here. And I have my Jupiter in Pisces, which is mutable water feminine, right here, across from Mercury. They're both on the mutable cross. My Jupiter. And my Neptune is in Libra right here. Neptune. Uranus and Pluto are in Leo right here. And that's what my natal chart would look like on my body. I think I'll start adding this to the charts when I do them, because I see it as a visual. I'm getting the impression from these epiphanies that I'm having that this is how will be like Kabbalah or Freemasonry. This is the way we'll look at it in Aquarius when relating it to our bodies. And we'll become to understand our bodies much more. Here's our line again, the solar plexus. Everything below the line, Jupiter rules all things physical. Jupiter rules matter, the tangible world. And Saturn rules the spiritual world. Saturn rules all things spiritual. Saturn rules our soul bodies. In Aquarius, Saturn rules the zodiac. In Aquarius is about astrology and alchemy. It's about the law of equivalent exchange, which is karma. You reap what you sow. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And you know, I get the thing, equal and opposite reaction translated into man's law is an eye for an eye. But that's not necessarily true, because it can be, an eye can have an equal reaction, but it doesn't have to be an eye. Like in Hammurabi's code, they had a stipulation, if you killed a man's son, then the man his family gets to kill your son. But you could settle for a monetary value that was sufficient to the other man's son if he agreed. I'm not going to kill your son, you just pay me what I tell you are a certain set amount for class. If you killed a slave, it was a lot less than if, say, you had killed a noble in the class system. You would have had to pay a lot more, but you could actually buy your way out of it. So an equal and opposite reaction to make it balanced, which is a lot about what Aquarius is going to be about. But I think this will help us. I think that especially those of you that work with the chakras and the energies, and even like each chakra has a stone, each planet has a stone. Actually, each chakra would have two different stones, a masculine one and a feminine one. Just like I said the other day, somebody argued with me that Saturn's not feminine. We're in a duality. I have a masculine side to me. If you're male, you have a feminine side to you. The thing is to try to reconcile it. And everybody wants to make everything hermaphroditic. And it's just the opposite of that. It's not making the female male or the male female or making them one. It's making them neither, because gender is all down here. Gender is all down here. And it affects our whole body. It affects our whole body. But we should be able to look at more than just our natal charts on here, right? We can go day by day and put the planets and whose houses they're in on the human body. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about having the Taurus, the Pleiades, in what star you would want that? That's the right hand of the Christ. If you're Aquarius, your right hand is Taurus. Your left hand is Scorpio. Leo is your feet, and Aquarius is your head. Each cross is that way. Each cross has It's masculine, it's feminine, it's upper, it's lower, and they rank in power. You need a full cross for it to be balanced. Right now, no matter how you look at it, we've been double-crossed. Even if we're aware of it, even if we fall in that few percent that didn't get double-crossed in solar astrology, the whole world's been double-crossed. There's just no way out of it. And it's pretty bad. Here, let me show you. Here's another way of saying double-crossed. Aries, Pisces. Cardinal and mutable. Here's another way to do it. The cross of Lorraine it's all three crosses. It is, they do this one, and then they show you the mutable on the bottom. They bend it. They bend this one to show it as an X, or it appears as an X. But then you have the other two crosses here. Golgotha, place of the skull. We've got three crosses in our head. I'm assuming the masculine, the feminine, and then neutral. This up above the solar plexus is called the straight and narrow, from the heart through the throat to the mind. And this is the two pillars. The two hands, the two legs, the sun and the moon, Jupiter and Mars. Two fathers, which over here, two fathers, on the cardinal cross, the two fathers are Libra and Aries. On the mutable cross, the two fathers are Jupiter in Sagittarius and Gemini. And on the fixed cross, the two fathers are Aquarius with Saturn and the Sun with Leo. Funny how Libra and Aries and Aquarius and Leo. Kind of like Allah, huh? Two crosses. Funny, it is all a word game. That's how I figured out all this shit. It was just a word game. Just some bibble babble. But I know a lot of you are like, I like to look at things every different way and hear them from many different ways. And I like to hear a lot of different opinions. And I've enjoyed living in this country. I really enjoyed living in Houston, Texas. When I lived there in the 80s, it was a very multicultural city. You had the Asian quarter, the Arab quarter. Everybody had their own section, but everybody intermingled too. But it was great. You got to learn all different kind of languages. You got to learn their traditions. I would always ask questions. I wish I was in a more multicultural place now, because my questions would be so different. But I don't think I would find very few people that would even know what I was talking about to answer it. But I would always ask about their religions and their traditions and belief systems and what their creation story is and who is God to you. And I mean, I've always, every person I met that was from a different country, I just had millions of questions for them. And I probably confused the hell out of them, but the puzzle's all coming together for me now. And I'm just trying to share that, people. And if you've got some pieces of the puzzle, please share them back so that we can all learn from each other. Remember, if I have $1 and you have $1, and I give you $1 and you give me $1, then we both still only have $1. But if I have an idea and you have an idea, and I give you my idea and you give me your idea, then we both have two ideas. And it doesn't cost anything.